Alright, so all I'm trying to say, mumbly as I sound, is I'm grateful for the time I had to develop as a human being since I got hurt. Everything's all's well that ends well as far as I'm concerned. This is to my folks and anybody who might still, think they care about me or know about me at all. You know, being that I'm kind of private and I don't really talk to anybody in the face to face, very very often. I show my face every so often. If somebody dies, there I am, for a little while. But I duck back out as soon as I can. It's very insular to be with, a child, grow my son up, and how I'm handling it as a person. Um, I just wanted to say everything's all's well that ends well, still, and I feel confident, I feel strong, and I feel positive towards the next step in my life, wherever it takes me. I'm grateful for the time I had to grow my son up this far, but no man's an island and we can't exist alone. We have to join someplace in the world. We have to be somewhere. I agree. My son is of age. We would surely appreciate having more friends and activities rather than just team functions and formal, protocol. Personal time means a lot to us. Hope things gel this year for everybody. The best that they can. Thank God for the folks that are in uniform that are serving overseas. I still put this little commercial in that I wasn't very smart when I was a active duty member in the Army, and I was young, and I didn't belong in it. I was the last guy that deserved to be in the uniform. Coming up the way I was a total waste case. But I did the infantry, and I do understand being overseas in my tour of duty in NATO in Germany, and I do remember the sacrifice and the commitment in personal life that it takes to be a person that's standing there in those boots, in those uniforms. And I'm sick of choking on my feelings about the idea that we have to be in a we need a military. It goes against my spiritual belief system. It goes against who I am as a person. But if we don't have one, these videos, these technologies, they don't mean nothing. They mean nothing. They're there to help us, to ensure that we have the degree of safety that we can entertain ourselves in our commitment to our children. So I know there's people dying and starving and separated from their families and hitting the ground. I just want to say, I can't say, I'm not a Marine. I was first of the 41st Infantry, stalwart, 2nd Armored Division, hell on wheels, and I know what it is to at least, get hurt sitting out there, living outside and carrying my weapons, and things. I didn't, can't brag about it. I never saw combat, and I feel like I'm probably not even worthy of holding the category of being a veteran, but I am grateful for the experience that I had, the understanding and the opportunity to join a force that was bigger than myself and commit myself, mind, body, and soul at the time. And I understand the sacrifice, as I said, the people who are still doing it on behalf of everybody who can sit back in their armchair in their beds and play video games and eat Twinkies on the couch because they don't want to be infantry. I remember all of it. One of the biggest highlights of this past year for me personally has been that I've been able to reconnect with a few phone calls and Facebook messages to some of the people in my old unit who I haven't spoken to in over 15 years. and we're starting to just like, you know, smile, you know, the little LOL signs and the little smiley things and things, you know, that kind of goofy shit. And it means a hell of a lot for me to know that, you know, I wasn't the biggest weirdo, you know, and the biggest, you know, shrimp in the sea, you know. When I was, you know, there's still some brothers of mine that I care about, and they still know my name, and you know, I don't know if we're valuing it too much, or you know, we're not going to stop spit in the shower. But you know, that's what we used to. That's what we used to say, and I'm still staying that way. So, you know what I mean. As far as everybody else that's known me all this time, that I've been walking around in my hometown with and everything, you know, nothing against you or anything, you know, I look on MySpace and Facebook and all the, it's in the past. I don't want to even go there anymore, you know what I mean? One of the NA, Narcotic Anonymous meeting credo things was avoid people, places, and things, and keep out of that stinking thinking. So I'm going to keep going forward in some capacity. You know, maybe looking like a gavoin, but I'm not gonna be I'm not on any substances or anything. You gotta be, you know, but you gotta run across the street when you see me. And the other thing is last sentence is, you know, hey, you know, I don't entertain anybody dealing or presenting themselves as buddies of mine that are into shit. They're doing shit. You know, I'm trying to be as communicable, communicating a positive, virtuous manner with the police, and stay away from me and resembling me on my block with your bullshit drugs and passing shit off to each other. I don't know who's doing what to who to try to make a picture up for me, but I've been fighting people who are known to be doing the crack and shooting around here and everything else. All of a sudden, in my hometown city of Utica,
there's a giant piece of crap.
I'm not standing for it. You want to kill me, you know, I'm an easy target. I got my kid with me all the time. I'm extremely heightened with the bullshit that's going on daily. I see it in the area. It's not over rampant, but it's certainly the element of that I'm still in suspect being in the proximity. I hate it. I hate it with all I got. Believe me. If I could run out of here overnight, I would be in another part of the world for that reason alone. Because I'm sick of people who think that they understand somebody like me or resembling me, and I gotta mingle. And I have no friends or close contacts because of the fact that I don't trust one person to the left or to the right of me. As is. It's all online for me. Or long distance of some form that I'm even trying to talk to somebody, let alone be in a band. But that's where I'm at 40. Hope 2010 kicks 2009's ass and beyond.